So guys, what's going on? Welcome back to another Red Manx TV video, and this is another episode of where we go through on a Friday or Saturday. It was meant to be Friday, but I've got it on a Saturday this week, and we talk about Manchester United, what business we've been doing, what players are close to joining the club, and just all transfer news around Manchester United. So if you do enjoy the video, guys, make sure to smash it a like, helps out a lot, and lets me know really you guys are enjoying these videos. And also, guys, make sure to comment your thoughts on all the players I'll be talking about. Be interested, of course, that's the main thing. I want to know what you guys think of all these players and what players you want to join Manchester United. So let me know down below. But anyway, guys, let's get on to the transfer news. So guys, what's going on? So what have Manchester United been up to this week? And let's be honest, not much at all. It's been another quiet week for Manchester United as usual in these transfer windows. We wait and wait and wait and wait. We put all our eggs in one basket for the potential that we might not even bring in the player that we are looking for. And this one is Frenkie de Jong. It's mainly been about him this week. We've had updates that it's close. We've had updates that it's far away. And there's just been multiple updates on Frenkie de Jong. It's been a bit repetitive, you know, it really has been. And you do get sick of it as a Manchester United fan because it happens every transfer window. We just wait and wait and wait and wait without trying to do any other business. Like, I'm seeing Spurs out there with Perisic, Fraser Forster and Bissouma for 25 million. I was fuming at that. 25 million, and we're out there right now trying to bring in Frenkie de Jong for 80 plus. When we could get a very good player, Premier League proven, in Bissouma, who can probably be a massive upgrade in our team for 25 million, as well to look at other deals so we can bring more players in. But the fact we're looking out for De Jong, and of course spending 80 million on De Jong this summer, which I think we will get him. Of course, Barcelona are in a bit of trouble at the moment financially. They want to bring in the likes of Robert Lewandowski, Bernardo Silva, and how do they do that? By raising funds, by letting players leave for a lot of money, and that's what Manchester United are in for. We're in for Frenkie de Jong for 80 million. It's not been done yet, but it is looking like it will get over the line. And I'm happy about it. I'm happy about it. But for me, I still am a bit pissed off because there's other deals out there we could have been focusing on this week. And, you know, we're the one team. You see Arsenal doing business, Spurs doing business, Man City doing business, Liverpool doing business, and we're here once again, every transfer window, just doing absolutely nothing. And it is worrying, it really is, because we need players, you know, more than ever at the moment. We need players desperately, and the fact we haven't got one in the first 2 weeks of the transfer window, again, by the end of this week, nothing's going to happen because we're not going to do anything today on a Saturday, and we're not going to do anything tomorrow on a Sunday. So another week's going to pass, and we've done absolutely nothing when we needed to do the most we probably needed to do in a very, very long time to bring in the right players to rebuild or to start this rebuild under Ten Hag. And there are reports on De Jong that Erik Ten Hag, we saw these come out. The comments were something like, Erik Ten Hag thinks De Jong will be worth every single penny. He wants De Jong in his team next season. He think he'll be a pivotal part in the rebuild for Manchester United. So it does look like Frenkie de Jong, Erik Ten Hag really, really does want Frenkie de Jong and wants Manchester United to get things going and quicken things up regarding this deal. So we'll have to see what happens this week, but that's the main one that looks like Manchester United will be in for. Of course, we have had Jurrien Timber news, and it looks like, well, it's looking more ever like that, he will be staying at Ajax, and apparently Erik Ten Hag cannot believe that. He wouldn't follow him in his steps because Erik Ten Hag, of course, brought him into the side, made him the player he is now. So he is surprised that he probably will not be coming, or reluctant to come to Manchester United. But again, it's regarding that Netherlands. He wants to be in a Netherlands team. He wants to be at the World Cup, and his best chance at doing that is by staying at Ajax. So you understand it in a way, but it's a big negative because it's Manchester United. Any player should be wanting to join, and it's just not, we don't have that pool at the moment. We do not have that pool. And yes, we still have major pool ahead of other teams because we're the biggest club in the world. With Manchester United, people want to come just for the money, you say, just for example, not to play for the club, but just for the money. So, you know, we still have a very big pool just for who's in charge of our club and what, you know, how big our club is. So I don't know why he's just gone really, really quiet on Jurrien Timber. So there's not much news on that. But the other news we've had is on Anthony from Ajax as well. But again, that's faded off a bit. That looks like the deal could be off for that one. It was going to cost, I think, like 50, 60 million, Anthony. So, I mean, I'm not too fussed on that because we do have Rashford, who's looking like he's going to stay. We do have Anthony Elanga, Jadon Sancho, who can also play in that position as well. So we're not in desperate need of a right wing, so I'm not too fussed on that. But again, it's another player that could have added something to the mix. But again, I don't want to pay too much for him, really, because we've seen he's made the Brazilian squad multiple times. He's played a few games for them. He's been a very good player at Ajax as well. He's a quick, speedy Brazilian, so why wouldn't you want to be in for him, because he does look like a bit of a player. But that looks like the deal could be off for that one as well. Vitinha, of course, Fabrizio Romano came out and said about that PSG have agreed personal terms with him. It looks like PSG will be going in for Vitinha. And again, we're being linked to Frankie de Jong and Christian Eriksen, which we'll get into. I'm not too surprised that someone else has gone in for him, just because he wouldn't have been a priority for Manchester United. Portuguese league does produce some major talent. Cristiano Ronaldo, Bruno Fernandes, Bernardo Silva, just a few to mention there. So you can get a gem out of those leagues. People are linked with these leagues and think, oh, it's a joke. Why are you signing these type of players? But they do turn out to be quite really good, as we've seen multiple Premier League players come from the Portuguese league and turn into some of the best players in the league. So I'm not too fussed on that one, but it could have been another player we were linked to it. But the main news, which is some of the news has leaked today, is Christian Eriksen. And for me personally, I'm so 50-50 on this deal. I don't know what you guys think about this. I don't know if you guys would want to bring him into Manchester United. But, would we play him in that Bruno Fernandes position? I know Bruno Fernandes' spot is not guaranteed. I'm not saying that, because Erik ten Hag might not like Bruno Fernandes. He probably will start next season, but he might not like him. So sorry about that. So he might not like him. So where does Eriksen play? Because he can play number 9, of course he did that at Brighton. And he also can play centre mid as well. So if we can get Eriksen and De Jong in, do they both go into the squad straight away ahead of McFred? Which I think I'd be in favour with. I don't know if they have any of those have a strong defensive work rate or can suit a CDM style like that. I don't think they can. So we are in desperate need of a CDM, because Frankie de Jong is more of attacking play. He can track back and track forward. We've seen him do that at Barcelona. But I just want a similar player like Matic, like we've had, who, a lot younger, of course, and can still play a big role in our midfield. Someone like that, I think, would be definitely suited at Manchester United, and someone I would want ahead of a Christian Eriksen. But any of those two, if we can bring Christian Eriksen in, the news coming out is we've offered him a one year contract with another offer, or another year if he wants it. That's what we've offered him. The financial things are all right with him. He's very happy with the financial issues around it, but he's just weighing up his options now, because again, he could go back to Spurs where he will have Champions League football, or he could come to Manchester United. He did come out and said he would love to play Champions League football again, but it's not necessary. That's his quotes coming out. That's what he said a few days ago. So again, it's looking good. It's a green light for Manchester United there. It's someone who would want to join, because he doesn't really care about Champions League football. He just wants to play his football at a big club. So he could come here, Manchester United, but I'm so 50-50 on that, because for me personally, looking at it, does he get ahead of Bruno Fernandes? I'm not too sure. Does he get ahead of our midfield and McTominay and Fred? Yes, definitely. But is he that CDM? We're not linked with that CDM, which I think, that can play a massive role in our midfield. That can, rejuvenise our midfield. Like Basuma, bringing him in, that's going to make a world of a difference to Spurs in that midfield, because his defensive stats are brilliant. He can also score goals. He can also create chances. So that's a perfect signing for Spurs, and someone I would have wanted. So I mean, it's looking positive on the Christian Eriksen. I would take him. I'm not going to say no to Christian Eriksen. I know how good of a player he still is, and I know he's of course come back from that horrific thing that he had at the World Cup. But he looked good at Brentford. He's been their best player, and that's not a surprise, because it is Brentford, and Christian Eriksen shouldn't be at a club like that. So who knows what can happen with that, but that's some news coming out. But other than that, again, as I said, it's been a very, very quiet week for Manchester United. There was not much to talk about. I couldn't get it done yesterday, so I decided to come on and talk about it today. But yeah, De Jong is looking closer and closer with the reports we've heard. Again, with Barcelona's financial issues, it looks like they're going to have to sell him to raise funds to bring in the likes of Robert Lewandowski and Bernardo Silva, who they're linked with, and Christian Eriksen. So they're the two major deals at the moment Manchester United are working on. And Erik ten Hag has said bringing in Eriksen and De Jong. If we can get those two deals over the line, they could rebuild and be a massive part of the rebuild for Manchester United. That's from Erik ten Hag himself. So I'm not too sure what to think of that. Of course, De Jong for me would be the priority. I'm not too hyped up on Eriksen, but I think De Jong could be a major signing. But for me, it gets a bit boring when we're just going in for one player, because you can do more than one deal at a time. You can look at other options. We've not been linked with any centre-backs over the last weekend, and we're desperate need of a centre-back. We've not been linked with a full-back other than Julian Timber, and we are in desperate need of a left-back or a right-back at the moment. So it is concerned, and a backup striker as well. We need a backup striker. We're nowhere near linked or nowhere near anything for one of those. So let me know what you guys think down below, guys, of all those players we've talked about. What ones are you in favour of? What ones do you not want to come? Let me know down below. But for today's video, guys, that's it, and I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.